What is up? Today I come to you with my weekly review of Nijiiro Days, aka Rainbow Days. And this week's episode, episode 16, it's a little bit more of a focus based episode on, I would like to say, the second comedic love interest of this series. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Mary and Matsunaga. Now we all know once Mary was introduced into this series and Matsunaga got to know her after the whole Valentine's Day incident, that's when he started to show interest in her. And as episodes go by, we see their relationship building up. But more so on Matsunaga's side, it wasn't until last week that we see that Mary had just a little bit of character improvement. So in this week's episode, it probably never phased you or you never caught on to it, but there was a part where you see that it's actually she is growing as a character and she's becoming more accepting of those around her, not only Anna. So right now in the school there is like a sports festival going on. So all grades are participating and classes are going up against other classes, and whoever wins certain rounds, they probably win a prize. So the sports festival includes like the basketball, volleyball, baseball, soccer, whatever type of sport that their school has for them to play. So that's happening, and we see where Matsunaga, like I said, Matsunaga and Mary are the main focus of this week's episode. And as I said, Mary, her character is growing and progressing, but very slowly. But what I really enjoyed is that the part where she was asked to be a fill-in for one of her classmates because she injured herself to be on the basketball team, and Mary explained she cannot play basketball for nothing. She's extremely horrible at it, and she's talking to Matsunaga, and Matsunaga is touching her hair. And you know that Mary's the type of person that if you're not Anna, stay far away from her. She will lash out, she will spit on you, she will scratch you up, she will physically abuse you if you so much as touch her. But yet she let Matsunaga play and feel with her hair, even asking her what type of hair texture she has. And probably that may not seem much to much of the viewers, but to me that is a slow progress on her characterization, because Mary originally would never let anyone just willingly touch her, especially Matsunaga, seeing as how we saw previous episodes, she would have killed him if she could, if he even so much as stepped within a radius of 2 feet of her. And to see her allow him, even though she was kind of like, hesitant, but to see that she allowed him to touch her hair, I see that that is an improvement for her character. So I say I have to say, um, props to Mary for that. So we also know that Matsunaga used to be a guy that played around a lot. We saw one of the characters that got injured. She tried to have a fun time with Matsunaga, and unfortunately, Mary saw what was about to happen, and Matsunaga was shocked and somewhat depressed. So for the whole time being, he was trying to find some way in order to ask for her forgiveness. And we see that while the basketball game was going on with Mary's class and another class, they were going up against third year female students. She ends up getting injured and has a mild concussion, and they bring her to the infirmary, where there Matsunaga is hearing Mary murmur Maa-kun. And probably I would like to think she's talking about Matsunaga in her dreams or something, but who knows, it may be somebody else, because usually you see her very attached to Anna, and you would have thought, okay, she's sleeping, she's going to be talking about Anna in her sleep. Instead, she's mothering the name called Maa-kun, and I wonder if it's someone that she used to know in the past, or is it Matsunaga that she's talking about, and she's possibly fighting him in her dreams. But this was like a slow, this was a very focused based episode on these two, especially a little bit of character improvement for Mary, which I find to be a plus, because she is one of those characters that she has to be that type of character that has to grow on you, because you're gonna dislike her first, and she's a character that's gonna slowly but surely grow on you. And I didn't like her in the beginning, but now I'm seeing her progressing, and I'm starting to like her just a little bit. And hopefully by the end of the series, we see a little something more, especially with her and Matsunaga. And who knows, she may end up having some type of feelings for him by the end of the series. So this was a pretty decent episode, and I want to figure out who is this Malcolm, because if she's not talking about Matsunaga, it's someone from her past, And does that have to deal with who she is now, how she deals with people in present day, before she told announced last week's episode how she, she does think of all the characters that were introduced as her friends. So if you saw this week's episode, do tell me in the comment section below, what do you thought of it. If the point I talked about her character growth, did you catch on to that, or are you gonna rewatch that scene just to see that part of which I talked about? The links are in the description box, so you guys can click on that. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye.